On tour, I do a lot of burlesque, sideshow, clowning. I've been full-time on the road since 2015. And I will say I don't live full-time in my van because I was able to do a lot of couch surfing. And I've only had to do this a handful of times where we really didn't have any leads. So at the end of the show, we just got on the microphone and we're like, who wants to host us? Of course, you get like a mix of people, creeps, or the people that see the creeps and they're like, stay with us just so you're not with the creeps. When I stay with people, it's also really exciting for them. They have a story. Oh, I saw this clown perform at a show and then they stayed in my living room. But I also try to provide like a service. I'm really good at giving back massages, love to clean people's houses. I'm a big believer in like ask and you shall receive, especially if you put out there your hopes, your dreams, what you're trying to accomplish, a material thing that you need. There's going to be someone that's like, oh, I have that, and it means nothing to me to give it to you. Being really public and being out there and very open and very vulnerable on social media platforms has been super helpful with that. So I am an introvert. I can be ridiculous. I have little to no shame, but I get my energy from either intimate situations or being completely alone. Being on the road and being by yourself, pretty isolating. Performing is one of the loneliest things you can do. I can be at these large events surrounded by people that are seeing what I'm doing. They like me and I might interact with them, but they're only interacting with my stage persona. They're interacting with Blyre, not Blaire. And there's a wall in between us. That can be really lonely. They're not talking to me as Blaire about my interests and like anything that we could have in common. They're talking to me about what I just did on stage. It's lacking real deep connection. This lifestyle is high risk, high reward. Putting yourself out there more, you're gonna meet more shitty people. Being on the road more, you're prone to be in more car accidents. But the high reward is that I get these incredible experiences, and it's definitely like free falling. You're just trusting that it's gonna be okay. The negative shit, the risks, they're gonna happen no matter what, but being able to just kind of take it as it comes instead of being anxious or tensing up, because bad shit is inevitable, but it's like how you deal with it. Now at 31, I can look back at like my 22-year-old self and see that I'm vastly different. And I think a big thing about being on the road, it just makes me a lot more laid back and more accepting because you start to see it all.